Hello, my friends and my family, especially the people on my social media, that is uh, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Line, and of course, uh, WhatsApp. This video, you can realize that I made a new channel, and this channel is and all of my channel are for education purposes, to share information. I'm not doing any business. This is for sharing the information. So, this channel is for sharing the story of my family. Some of you don't know that I was in Kenya from July 28th, that is when I left Japan, and I just came back on Thursday, August 23rd evening, that is at night. I'm still suffering with jet lag and many things. I had to deal with many things. But the reason why I went to Kenya was one of my visits and to do some private things there. And of course, to do the volunteer activity. Some of you saw my video on on Facebook, going to see the kids and taking some of the donation from Todi High School to Father's Shelter Children's Home. But my trip this time in Kenya was very unusual, because the day I arrived in Kenya, that night I arrived in Kenya, that's when my father passed on. So as a first son, I had to stop everything that I went to do and lead in the preparation of burial from August 1st to August 9th, when the funeral was done in Muranga. So a lot of things were going on. And as a first son, I had a lot of responsibilities. But again, I have to work with the people in the community, our neighbors, and the church. And in Kenya, people make committee for burial, and you have to work with them. And we had a lot of disagreement. Some of you already know, but some of you're knowing for the first time that I am from a broken home. A broken home in a sense that my father had 2 wives. And this is a story that is going to give you a clear understanding on our culture. I know many of you who are in the international community, you never understand why people have 2 or 3 wives, but that is our culture. I'm not going to fight with our culture, and that is what was considered as a honor or an honor during those good days. But nowadays, because of corruption, and that is why my family have been broken because of corruption, things are not done the right way. So I'm not against our culture, but I am only going to support our culture when things are done the right way. My father did not do things the right way because he had money, he had power, and he died at the age of 82. And men of his age who had money, who has money even as we speak, because this is not only a story about my family, there are many families who are suffering. Those who have power and money, you cannot tell them what to do. They do whatever they want to do. And through corruption, they corrupt even the church. Our family have been involved by church corruption. And you will see through the story. Right now, I'm just highlighting. And let me be a little bit clear when I mention the church, because I know whenever in Kenya you mention the church, the daggers are already drawn. The arrows are already pointing at you because they think that you're fighting with the church. I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm sharing the story of my family. This is about my family, and I have the right as a first son to talk about my family. But let me be fair and say this. I do not believe that everybody who goes to church is corrupt. I do not believe that all pastors are corrupt. I do not believe that everybody who goes to church my father went is corrupt, because I have already met very decent people in that church. People who can understand, people who sympathize with us and want to see healing. But yet, there are some people who want to take a big blanket and cover the truth and shuffle everything under the carpet and pretend nothing ever happened. Now, this is who I am. I am always willing to compromise to an extent, but I'm not willing to compromise certain things. And when it comes to the value that I have about my culture, when it comes to the value of the truth and honesty, when it comes to the truth about what me, my brothers, and our mother and our sister have gone through, there is no shortcut. I'm going to open it like a book. Everybody can see it. And since this information is for education purpose, so that people can learn, even those wazees who are torturing their family like our father tortured us, even those second wives who are not doing the right thing, and they are just there to take for themselves and their brothers and sisters and their children and their relatives, they can learn something. Hopefully, this story will educate people. So anyway, this is just a highlight, and thank you very much for always being supportive. And I want people to know I am not fighting with anybody. I'm going to stand for the truth. We have been fighting, and even today we are fighting. Just only last night, I was talking to my stepmother about some very important things, and she hung up on me 2 times. I tried to call her again. The first time she picked up. Then the next time she hung up. I called her several times. She didn't pick up the phone. So ask yourself, if you're being honest, what do you have to hide? The truth will always stand, because there is nothing to add to the truth or to remove from the truth. Only lies that has to keep changing the story. And the stories, since I went back to Kenya, the story have been changing all the time. You know, when you tell the truth, you will have to tell another story to compensate the lies that you told yesterday. And then you tell another lie today, then tomorrow you change the story because you will have to compensate what you lied today. But the truth will always stand. And if you love the truth, and I want to believe that the church is an advocate of the truth, and therefore the church should be sharing when the truth comes out. It should not worry about anything. So anyway, I'm going to be sharing the story of my family so that we can learn together. Thank you and have a nice day.